Hi and welcome to episode 5 of my sock knitting series. In this episode I am going to show you how I decrease along each side of the sock to create this gusset. I have already picked up the stitches here from the heel flap, and the sock I am working on now looks like this. So I have the stitches from the side of the heel flap and the bottom of the heel I have here on the first and last needle on my round. Beginning of my round is here where I have my yarn, and I have the stranded color work pattern from the ankle continuing down the top of the sock. And these gusset decreases, they will be made in every second round. So, and here I on the sole I will continue to knit a stripe pattern with one stitch in each color. So I will continue to knit dark over dark and gray over gray. So first I will just begin to knit needle 1. Here I have a loose yarn end, so just pull that one to make that look okay again, and continue. And I will stop when I have 2 stitches left on my first needle. Now I have 2 stitches left, and I can repeat in case there are viewers who have not seen the first episodes, that my round begins here in the middle back of the ankle, and I have kept my round beginning and ending down the middle of the heel, and that is why I begin by knitting half of the sole here. So when I come to the side where I go from knitting sole pattern and will move on to the rest of the sock that I knit away from the sole, then I will knit these 2 last stitches together. Just pick up both stitches from the left and knit them together. And now I'll have 2 stitches the same color here. And so I will continue to knit my pattern on needle 2 and 3. And when I have done so, I will get back to you with how I continue on this side. I'm now finished needle 2 and 3 and have arrived at the other side where I picked up stitches from the heel flap. And here begins my sole pattern, and I will decrease in this side as well. And when I worked my way here away from the heel, I knitted 2 stitches together. Here I work towards the heel, then I slip one stitch and I slip another stitch and I knit the two together like this. Slip, slip, knit. And I continue to follow the colors here. If you do a different pattern, of course you follow your pattern, but mine is just knitting the same color over the same color stitch all the time. And that is the first round of decreasing for the gusset in the sides. And the next round I am simply going to knit and follow the pattern, no decreases. So I will start and I will knit all 4 needles until I arrive here again, and then I will get back to you and just show you the decreases in the next round again. So now I have finished my round in stockinette only without decreases, and I have started the next round and will show you another decrease. Now I have only a few stitches left, and I stop when I have 2 stitches left from this part stripe pattern here. And as before, I knit the 2 stitches together, going from the left, pick up the yarn, and that's it. I make sure to use the same color all the time along the edge here, and I will continue over these 2 needles and get back to you on the decrease on the other side. So now I have done needle 2 and 3, and I am back at the beginning of the heel here. So now, as I did the last time, I take the 2 first stitches from my sole and foot pattern here, and I go from the left, because that opens my stitches up like this, and I slip, slip, use my left needle and go through both stitches from left to right, and I knit. And now there is only 1 dark stitch on the edge here again. And I will continue to make the number of decreases that is in the pattern, or as many decreases as I need. And if it doesn't, if you end up with 2 stitches that look the same as the 2 stitches in the same color, then you either you can either go back, unravel until here and start over again, because it can happen if you begin with the wrong color. But another thing you can do, that if you don't want to start from here again, you can either just make 1 more decrease, or you can go back 1 round and just undo the last decrease. Just choose the one method that gives the best fit for you or the sock recipient. So you don't have to go back and do it all over again if you don't want to. What I usually do is that, of course, I try to follow the pattern, but if I happen to do a mistake like this and end up after all my decreases with 2 stitches in the same color here at the end, I usually want this part here to just be one dark stitch for the transition between the sole and the top of the foot. So if I end up here with 2, I make one more decrease, or I take one away and just try and see what fits the best, because then I don't have to go back all the way here. So now I'm going to continue to do the decreases, as many as I need, and when I'm finished with the decreases, I can show you this one again. I continue to knit pattern, same way I did for the straight ankle, and when I arrive here and it is time to make the toe, I will get back to you in episode 6. Thank you so much for watching.